Hey, I'm Jonathan Sewell at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, Alabama. And you see what's beside me? Two CX-5 Carbon Editions, which I never thought I'd have two turbos at the same time with different interiors. So that's what we're talking about today, the difference between the black leather and the red leather. So this is the first time you've seen me, go ahead and click down below to subscribe. And don't forget to ding that bell so that you'll be notified with every new car vid. So let's jump in.
More car vids. More car vids.
All right, before we jump inside, let's just walk around and enjoy the beauty of the Carbon Editions. Polymetal gray, black wheels, black side mirrors, beautiful. And as I mentioned, these are both turbos. So have the badging here on the side, and this one is actually an all-wheel drive turbo. As I've been talking about, 70% of the remaining 21s are going to be all-wheel drive. So we're getting used to those coming in. A matter of fact, this second, or the FAR Carbon Edition, is the only front-wheel drive I currently have coming in, or that's already made it. So everything else is all-wheel drive. Love the unique grille with the dark chrome. Very good looking. I wish they'd use that in more applications, especially on maybe some other turbos like the CX-30 turbo. But you can see this one's got the black, this one has the red. Let's get started with the red and show you all about that. Ooh boy, the red leather seats are what first made me fall in love with this vehicle. Of course, the polymetal gray is very special, but red being my favorite color, as soon as I saw a model coming with red leather, just like the Mazda 3 and the MX-5 before it, I knew that this was going to be my CX-5. I just love it. And you know, the red leather stands out. I found that clients, it's kind of a love or hate situation, but I think it's just the right amount. So you do have red leather face seats, red stitching. Every other trim is just black with red on the door panels, you can see on the steering wheel. So it's just the red seats. And even the bottom trim of the seats is black. So it's just the right amount to me. It's not overkill. I think if they went into the door panels and some of the armrests and things were red, with exception of maybe the center console, it could be red. But if everything else is red, it may be too much for most people, but this is just beautiful. Let's pop back here in the back. I just love how it's different. You know, this full leather, of course, on this trim midway through the lineup is really fantastic. And just how it looks different on even this armrest and console back here. You were just used to seeing black or even the parchment, but the red is just really beautiful. And they kept the exact same stitch pattern and design as every other CX-5, which makes it just fluid from one model to the next. And let's just pop back here and see it from the rear. So just the details of these red trim pieces on the recline, the over the shoulder seat belts, everything just ties in really well. And I think it's just the right amount of red and a beautiful, beautiful vehicle. Let's take one more peek up front, then we'll jump next door. Very nice. Out of the two, this would be my second choice. However, I'm so thankful that we do have a black leather Carbon Edition, because it was the limited availability. Parts availability, we know, has been a struggle in the car business. It was limited availability back in December of the red leather kits. So they said, hey, let's offer a black leather kit. And here we are. So this allowed people that had a little bit of an issue with the red leather to still enjoy the Carbon Edition with everything else that it had to offer, and have another polymetal gray CX-5 on the road. So as you can see, this is the same black leather that we have in the GT and the Touring Preferred, same style, but you've got the red stitching in it. So this is really a blacked out interior with the red accents that I love. Ties in perfectly to the steering wheel, to the console, to the shifter, the door cards. Everything is black with the red stitching. Really nice. And again, same design as other CX-5 seat patterns, same comfort, just a different look. And when you walk up to this polymetal gray outside, it looks really good on the inside with that black leather, I'll have to admit. And this vehicle hasn't been washed yet, so don't hold the spots against me. Looking at the back seat here, I could really dig this. So very nice. Although we're somewhat accustomed to the black trim, this is unique enough for this vehicle, for the Carbon Edition. Let's take a look from the back here. Another warm one today. And so this interior just kind of darkens the whole thing up for me, which I like. And, you know, it looks really good. So black or red, you can't go wrong. Let's take one more look. We'll walk around to the other side real quick. Both of these are just beautiful vehicles. You can't go wrong with either one. The only thing I would say is this one would look fantastic with a black headliner, but we saved that for the signature. Very nice. Well, there it is. Didn't think this would happen, but 2 turbos, Carbon Editions, red leather, black leather. For those of you that have been following the channel for a while, back in May, I published a video saying that that was probably the last black leather Carbon Edition, or would it be? And thankfully it's not. And I believe, I'll have to go back and double check, but I believe these are the first Carbon Edition CX-5s I've had since May. So very thankful for both of these. They snuck in kind of right behind each other, and looking for a new home. So excited to offer both of these to whichever client decides they'd rather have the red leather or the black leather. If you have any questions or comments on these vehicles, the Carbon Editions or the CX-5 in general, go ahead and drop them down below. Or as always, you can call or text me at 334-718-0504. I am Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise. I'm, the back of our property here on one of the parking areas. And I really can't wait to see you in your red leather Carbon Edition or black leather Carbon Edition. They're both beautiful Mazdas.